Hey everybody, I got a great video for you this afternoon. But first I want to ask you something. You know, I've been a gun lover all my life. Always carried a gun. Believe in self-protection. But if I was to leave, say I went to a restaurant and I went to the bathroom and I left my gun in the bathroom, forgot to put it back on, and I left it in there, and there was some young kid, say he's 15 years old, goes in the bathroom, and the kid picked up the gun, and the gun went off. You think I'd get in trouble by the cops with that? I mean, I think I should, because it's a great responsibility owning a gun. Guns don't kill people, and 15-year-old, he don't know any better. But I should know when to put that gun up and keep it out of harm's way, and don't put any minors at risk, basically. Well, this video, you're gonna freak, because you know how I always complain about the blue line. Well, you're gonna see some of that. You're gonna see cops blaming the minor, and basically there's this sheriff that did this, and you can see he's pretty upset about it. But you can see the other cops coming up with a bunch of bullshit to get him out of trouble, and arguing with citizens. There was this lady who was pissed off, wanting responsibility. Somebody to take responsibility for this, and the cop just an asshole. And I think it's just pathetic. But take a look at this and let me know what you think.
The Covington Police Department in Georgia receive a 911 call for shots fired inside a Wendy's fast food restaurant. Within seconds, dispatchers send the world to the scene.
All units 10-3 traffic, all units proceeding 10-3 traffic.
So that means like no radio traffic right now, 10-3, because he's on scene and somebody's with a gun that already fired at somebody and also shot at somebody.
Radio, is everybody good?
As officers poured into the area, witnesses on scene continued to call 911, providing more information.
Maria, he is in reference to the Wendy's. We just got a call from another caller. I did speak to the police officer that's on location. He's from Grayson. He's possibly off duty. He advised that he left his 1032 in the bathroom, something about his grandson, and accidentally discharged. Everyone is signal 20. No one was shot.
10, thank you, radio.
Nobody's shot, everybody's good.
Man, get the fuck out of the way. God damn.
Units arrive on scene and are greeted out front of the establishment by Sheriff Tony Benny. It begins with Sheriff Benny handing the officer a certificate of fact from the Secretary of State's office in Texas, nearly 1,200 miles away.
Personally enough. Who was the guy that picked up the gun?
The young gentleman in here, sitting in here. It was mine.
So, basically, he had his gun in the bathroom, left out, and somebody else picked up the gun. And
Grandson, is that what it was?
Yeah, it wasn't my grandson who picked it up. It's a gentleman in here. He's not hurt.
What's going on?
I went in the restroom, left the pistol in there, and a young man came in. Gentleman, probably in his early 20s, came in there and picked it up and did discharge. So, yeah, he's fine. I'm with Grayson County Sheriff. I'm the sheriff of Grayson County.
has he got the pistol?
I do. It's in my purse right here. Yeah.
Where's the young man at?
He's in here.
Yes, that's correct. Sheriff Tony Benny used the bathroom and left an unsecured, loaded, and chambered firearm in the stall. The sheriff claims the man that found it was around 20 years old, but he was about 5 years off.
This gentleman right here, Bushy here.
Who's, how old is he?
Right here.
Or one of y'all dad?
Yes.
Dad? Okay.
Yes, sir.
What happened?
I saw the gun hang there.
You what?
I saw the gun, like,
You saw the gun, okay.
you know where the papers at? You know, it was like on top of it. I saw it. I was just like, when I first saw it, I was like, I was shocked. I didn't expect to see it. I picked it up. I had to make sure if it was loaded. I don't know what went through my mind. I just hit the trigger. I'm sorry.
Meanwhile, Sergeant Moore looks for where the projectile impacted in the bathroom. After finding that it had only dented the handrail, he returns to speak with the boy who found it.
Pick the gun up and shoot it.
I was looking at it.
What's the guy to pull the trigger on the gun and pick up that?
It is placed on our Bill, Rachel, Texas, Husband, William, Vinny Williams, Anthony, Vinny Williams, Mitch Allen,
This could have gone really bad. You ever see a gun? Leave it. Call us. Let us deal with it. So I'm sure your dad can tell you the same thing.
I bet it. If you see it, when you go here, I
Yeah. This could have gone really, really bad.
Meanwhile, outside, more officers continue to arrive as patrons vent their frustrations.
I had 3 kids in this place when a gun went off in a bathroom.
Did it only go off one time?
Yes, and there was a child in there with him, a teenager.
Okay. Let me just park one moment for me, okay? I'll get you. Do you need to speak to my sergeant or are you?
Probably. I just want to make sure this man loses his.
One moment. I'm moving over. I'll get the sergeant for you. Right. That ain't breakfast. I don't know what it is.
What did you hear?
So, I was working, and one of our crew came in, she was like, yeah, somebody had a gun. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, somebody had a gun? And I see everybody ducking. I'm thinking there's actually in. She said that she heard a gunshot a loud bang. So I'm like, there's a gun in the bathroom. So that's all I was going to check with her.
Who was that employee? Okay, so she said that Ace was got gun. She heard a loud bang. And everybody was ducking behind the camera. And who called behind the camera?
I did.
Okay.
Do you want to leave and I'll take your number for him to call you?
Yes.
Okay.
I called 911 also.
And what's your name?
My name is.
Radio unit at Wendy's, signal 20.
All right, love you, bye.
What was the name?
There was a kid in the bathroom with him when that gun went off.
I'm sorry.
Like a 1039
He is
traffic.
Hispanic and had that fuzzy hair. I hope that he talks to somebody because he was in the fucking bathroom when that happened.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna go in right now and
I'm gonna go through drive-through and get my drinks and fucking get down.
I understand. I'm gonna pass the information on to my sergeant, okay?
After the supervisors speak to the 15-year-old about his decision to pick up the gun, they turn their attention to the sheriff. But instead of warning and lecturing him about his reckless conduct, it's all handshakes for the brother in blue.
That's not even bad, girl. What you gotta do?
We're just going to write it up. I thank God that nothing else
I
happened.
apologize. Jeez, I'm sorry.
We're in Texas and Grayson County.
We're north central Texas, due north of Dallas. There's a gentleman on out there, Matter Morgan, and she has every right to use.
Is that her sitting on the side over there? Yeah, I was on there.
Where y'all traveling to?
Back home, we coming from South Carolina, so we went to Charleston. Yeah.
How big's your park?
Huh?
How big's your park?
About 200. Well, about 45 so 200 jailers, probably 100 jailers and civilian staff.
Yeah, hired.
I took her information. She wanted to talk to you.
That's all. Yeah. Yeah, that's what he said. He said there's a mom over there mad at a hornet. So he said, which the guy that got it was, he said there's a mom over there mad at the hornet. He goes, she's got every right to be. So I think that's what. But where'd she go? The lady.
No, she just walked. I took her information. I didn't want to come grab you.
Oh.
But she's been driving through y'all getting her drinks. She said she just didn't want to go back inside.
Okay.
What happened?
It's actually a sheriff out of Texas. He was using the bathroom and took his sidearm off and laid it on the toilet paper and walked out. And as he went back to get it, a 15-year-old found it. And he said, 15-year-old's like, I don't know what possessed me. I was messing with it. And he goes, I guess pulled the trigger. So kind of lit into him a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Even his dad was like, I told him, you see a gun, come get me.
But this tax has to be better.
Dude, I just told them, I said, I'm fucking with that.
I took off to the one on 278.
Oh, me and Stan were inside. Yeah, I'm about to call this bitch. Like, if she can't keep up, get her off the radio.
That's horrible.
I'll stop right there. Middle, which way do I go? Which way do I go?
It's like, I bet he feels like, oh yeah, 100%.
The 15-year-old who found the loaded gun and fired it in the bathroom got a stern talking to from the officers. Meanwhile, the sheriff, the one who actually left his service weapon unattended in a public restroom, wasn't even scolded. No charges, no accountability, not even a be more careful next time. Instead, we get a half-hearted shrug and the comment, I bet he feels like shit.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Maybe that's enough when you wear blue. Fellowship over felony. Even though under Georgia law, what Sheriff Benny did clearly meets the definition of reckless conduct, endangering others with his negligence. The officers run the sheriff's firearm. However, when Sergeant Moore asks Officer Salina what he thinks of the situation, his initial response has nothing to do with the sheriff leaving a firearm in a public restroom. Instead, he aims guilt at the untrained teenager that found it.
Is your firearm secure? Okay, I got you. Where's your car at?
It's all here. Okay. In that red power hole right here.
Okay. Can I get the serial number and the make off the firearm real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Let's just do it in the pothole. That's fine.
Hey, 52. What you think about it?
Kid definitely is guilty. I think he's scared beyond all help there, based on what he saw. But what I'm getting at is that
my biggest concern is him leaving the gun inside the stall. But if he didn't leave the gun inside the stall, this shit would never happen.
I think definitely reckless for him to leave the firearm. Hey, William.
Yeah.
So, just out of curiosity, the firearm, you took it off in the bathroom off your hip, did you just set it aside?
No, it was in my holster.
Okay.
It was in the holster, yeah.
Okay. And so you never took it off your hip at all?
Do what now?
The firearm, take it off your hip?
I took the holster off my hip, yes.
Okay, I got you. All right. And then just brain farted and left it in there?
Yeah, my grandson was in there, kind of raising Cain. They're tired, we're traveling.
Gotcha.
I focused on him and not my business.
Gotcha, okay. All right, let me get your case in real quick.
We're going to pass this up to CID or?
I don't think so. I'll call.
I live in the
What violation we're at?
Like, I can see reckless conduct on you for leaving that gun.
I don't think it'll qualify.
Sorry?
You gonna be a charge file?
I'm sorry, what do you mean by that?
You gonna file a charge on me?
I'm not. Let me talk to my sergeant real quick.
Okay.
And find out what's going on.
Okay.
Since he's kind of in charge of the scene here real quick.
Okay. Yeah, y'all just, man, y'all let me know.
All right, give me a second.
Eventually, the officers get a hold of their lieutenant.
So, Sarge, did he tell you that he was in the bathroom with his grandson in the bathroom and he was...
Hey, hang on just a second, sorry.
He was raising, kids raising the scene, but he got so flustered and taking care of his kid that he was like,
Hey, please.
hey, just, if you don't mind, just stay outside.
A sheriff out of Texas, like the sheriff down in Texas, was in the bathroom dealing with a grandkid, I guess it is. And grandma started fixing that fit, blah, blah, blah. So he basically got flustered, walked out, left his firearm sitting there. Before he got back to the car, realized it was gone, and got back in the restroom, a 15-year-old found the gun, picked it up, was messing with the gun, and the gun went off. Nobody's hit. Just minor property damage. I think it only hit the hand, right? That's all we saw?
Yep.
Yeah.
The stall.
Yeah, that.
By the toilet. The handicap rail.
Yeah, like the handicap rail and the stall is the only thing it hit. But there's a citizen kid that's freaking hot. And Stan talked to her, I'm about to go try to talk to her, but we wanted to call him since it has to do with the actual sheriff.
What's he saying?
Basically what I told you. He said he was in the bathroom with a kid, I don't know how, he was using the bathroom, the kid was showing out basically, and he got super flustered. And basically quit using the bathroom, got up, grabbed the kid, walked out, and forgot his firearm in the bathroom. Which, I mean, is something that happens, unfortunately, with, like, the gun got fired inside a building.
Alright, like, think through it backwards. If it was, I mean, we could charge somebody with reckless conduct, I guess. Using that. But it's like, even like your intent is like slim, and then even if you were saying, well, you could choose like the 10 minors, so we didn't supposed to know that a minor was supposed to come. Like we don't have laws enforcing that say like if you leave a firearm in a vehicle be stolen, you get charged. Right. So it's like there's really nothing. I mean, thankfully, like nobody got hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like. But what's the hot citizen mad about?
They were such a restaurant.
So yeah, three kids in there.
And
he should have been more responsible with his gun, being a police officer.
When you hear saying it,
yeah, man, I totally agree with what they're saying. Like, they're not wrong. But and like again, we say thank God that
nobody.
Then also like. And you're right, the 15-year-old wouldn't have done that without that gun being there, but like...
Also, the 15-year-old did something stupid.
Yeah, they shouldn't start playing with the gun.
Oh, even his dad jumped out of square. His dad was like, you should have come and got me.
Like, thankfully nobody got hurt, but I'm just thinking through, like... And we're not trying... I'm thinking through, like, who cares if the sheriff needs it? Like, what are we going to jam somebody up on? And, like... They had no intent to do that. Now, negligent crimes, like, you don't have to have intent. But still, like, what are we...
I mean, even reckless conduct, it says a person who causes bodily harm or endangers bodily safety of another person by consciously disregarding.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't consciously do it.
Yeah, and look, if y'all want me to, I'll call Randy and get him to, like,
Hey, I would, I'm good with calling you. If you want to call Randy just to verify it, like, we just didn't want Chief to get blindsided on Monday and basically me and Stan be the downfall of this. Because that's all. I was going to have Selena write it up. That's all I was going to do. Write it up to CYA. And so, but we decided to go ahead and call y'all just to make sure y'all didn't want to do anything else with it. If you want to call Randy and get Randy to give the final no-go, then I'm good with that too. That actually makes it even better.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'm just thinking, like, okay, somewhere complete hyper. I mean, obviously, it is a gun gets discharged on in this back. I mean, honestly,
it's hitting the paper. I promise.
The Atlanta news probably pick it up.
Yeah. Especially once it's, especially with being a sheriff.
It's just more of a COS. Let me go around here.
All right, tell me about it.
And just, I would just get like really good statements from the store. Okay, try to get like, and see if there's some video, you know, maybe that we can get access to if it's not now, on Monday. But just so we can, so we did a complete investigation, you know, that kind of thing. Get a good statement from that 15-year-old, maybe his dad, the witnesses in the bathroom officer.
Alright, okay.
I'll call Ransom.
The lieutenant suggests they gather statements and ask around if there is any video of the incident, not in the interest of justice, but to cover their asses in the event the case found its way to the media.
Let's make sure we get is the kid still here?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Make sure we get a good.
I mean, it can be awesome.
We already talked to Sharon.
I'm just with that folks.
But she's still here?
Yeah, that's exactly.
I'll cover it down over there.
I've been here longer than the dumbass who taught me not to follow school. Well, he's not like that.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, look, here's the deal.
He left a gun unattended.
You're right. Okay.
If that was me as a civilian, where would I be right now if I was...
Nowhere. That's what I'm about to tell you.
That's bullshit.
No,
You can't tell me that.
No, ma'am, it's not.
So if I went to the bathroom and my firearm was discharged, I wouldn't go to jail?
Listen, there's a law called reckless conduct, which is what me, the other Sergeant Moore, a lieutenant with our investigations, and even they're calling the district attorney himself right now just to make sure. Okay? But there's a law called reckless conduct. You have to consciously...
He had been black.
Okay, well, I'm not talking to you anymore. You have an update. Ma'am, I'm not having this conversation. If you want to have a reasonable conversation, we can have it. If you don't want to have a conversation, you can get in your car and leave. Hey, all right, here's the deal. My reading of our law, which is reckless conduct, is what it would fall under. My reading of it is you have to consciously put somebody by basically ignorance and consciously do something stupid.
Yes, sir.
So that's my reading of it, but I've called our lieutenant with investigations. He's going to call the district attorney just to make sure that we're all on the same page.
Yes, sir.
And that's what I'm explaining to a citizen over there who is pretty furious that everything happened. And I try. Oh no, 100%. I agree. You know, it's thank God nothing's happened, but that's what the holdup is now. We're waiting on. As soon as the guy, as soon as my lieutenant from our investigations calls me back and lets me know what the district attorney says, we'll handle it from there. Okay?
I'm sorry to put y'all through this.
I get it.
So there you go. The lady was 100% right. And when she wasn't going along with the narrative of this stupid sergeant that's doing the blue line bullshit, and they're covering their ass by checking videos just to make sure they can get away with this shit. He was ignorant to this lady. This is what I'm talking about. We don't sit there and try to make bad videos about cops. They do it themselves. If it was a black person, if it was a white person, I don't care. If it was anybody else other than the blue line, they would have been arrested for endangering minors, for endangering people. They're supposed to be highly trained. And the first time I've ever heard of a cop leaving a gun in the bathroom, I've never heard anybody doing that. But they did, and they covered it up. And then when they questioned them about it, they walked off, didn't want to talk to him no more. So there you go. I mean, I talk about this quite often. And you're seeing first dibs of this stuff. I think my opinion is Sergeant should be fired. Whoever he was talking to should be fired, because this is a big old cover-up. But this is just one cover-up you're seeing over something like this where they do it all the time. So let's get back to it.
What you need? Yeah. Huh? Not a blank one. I got one with my name on it. I'll give it to her.
You went in there with 3 children, one of them not being there for long.
No, ma'am, I understand that.
You have 3 children in the building.
Ma'am, I understand that. I get it.
No, you're being
Ma'am, where I stopped wanting to have this conversation is where you brought race and genderism into this, because the law doesn't discriminate on that. So that's why I said if you want to have
a police officer and
ma'am, we're running this literally to the top criminal justice person. That's what I was trying to explain to you.
I hope so.
We are literally running this to the district attorney.
I'm going to drive around this building and make sure I take a picture of that man before I leave.
That's fine. We've already thought it's going to be everywhere. So
because this is insane.
So
that he is not.
But you can, and I'll give you the code
section. If it had been my gun, if it had been his gun.
No, ma'am.
If it had been his gun.
Yeah. No, ma'am. So
here you go. You can send me you can type up your statement and email it to me.
I will.
Pretty good contact number.
I will. She got all of my info.
Okay.
Yeah, the female officer that I first spoke to, she has my phone number and everything. I was the one that called 911, so I am on that. I was the one that yelled, "Get out!"
Well, we're going to do our thorough investigation on it, I promise.
Hiding back here, hoping. I mean, my children have been through enough with having friends killed out of school and, things like that, so.
How long have you been sheriff?
I've been the sheriff since January. I was chief deputy for 8.5 years. Before that, I was with the state police.
Okay.
I was a highway patrolman for 9, a Texas Ranger for 21.
Yeah, according to Georgia, right? It says the word of conscious, right? But it's not. You weren't negligent about it.
Right.
Wait, what?
It was accidental. So it needs to be brought out very, very carefully because again, it wasn't negligent.
No, I did it.
All right. You got all of it. Basically, we're good. So he called the DA, and we actually got an interim chief of police officer, so he called them too. He explained the whole story to the DA without even mentioning your career. And the DA was like, "No, we're good." He goes, "Okay, well, here's the picture. The guy's actually sheriff, Texas." And he's like, "Okay." So what he kind of got long-winded about was, one, we're fine, but this is the Atlanta meeting. We are probably going to start getting phone calls in the next hour. So we're not going to put you on blast, but we're going to be forthcoming. And he said, if you want to talk, because he's also a PIO, he's like, if you want to talk to him or talk to him, you can do that, and I'll give you his number. But also, I would be expecting the Atlanta media to start calling yours, because our chief 10 years ago got his gun stolen, and they ran with it for 2 days. Okay. So just to give you a heads up on that. You want his number so you can call him? Yeah, I'll give it to you.
I don't have my phone.
That's fine. I'll put it in my phone. Yeah. Oh, he's like, hey, if I want to give the heads up, like, if we're gonna, our chief's already said, like, we're trying to see kind of a safety thing, and I'm sure if Dallas can get a hold of it, y'all can do the same thing. But keep just one more thing.
In the end, it was all handshakes and hand waves.
If you need anything else, give us a call. Okay?
I apologize. Thank y'all, dude. Thank you.
You got everything you need, right? Got it. Wrapped it up. Special report. We contacted CID. We also, CID contacted the district attorney's office, and we're all in agreement. No charges should be filed. All right? All right.
While courts may use different terms depending on the jurisdiction, gross negligence, wanton misconduct, or reckless endangerment, they're often describing the same core concept. A person knew the risk, understood the potential for harm, and chose to ignore it. That level of disregard goes beyond mere negligence. It's not a mistake or an oversight. It's a conscious decision to disregard a known danger. When the officers refer to conscious negligence, the phrase doesn't hold up legally or logically. Take, for example, the statutory language. A person who endangers the bodily safety of another person by consciously disregarding a substantial and unjustifiable risk that his act will endanger the safety of the other person, and the disregard constitutes a gross deviation from the standard of care which a reasonable person would exercise in the situation. In this case, the conscious disregard was the sheriff's decision to remove a loaded firearm and separate it from its owner in a place accessible to the public. A reasonable person would understand the inherent danger in that act. The risk of harm isn't hypothetical. It was substantial, unjustifiable, and entirely preventable. The sheriff's actions aren't just negligent. It meets the legal standard for reckless conduct. When someone knows better and still does it anyway, that's not an accident. It's a failure of responsibility that the law was written to address. But with the mental gymnastics the officers did for their brother, even if the 15-year-old had accidentally knocked it over, causing the firearm to discharge and kill someone, the sheriff would be free from accountability. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you have a story you'd like to get help with, use my form in the description to submit it.
Accountability is the word I'm popping in my head right now. They don't hold themselves to any accountability at all. They will sit there and twist it so it sounds good a different way. It shows you when they were talking to that woman. The woman made perfectly good sense, and the cop got pissed off because she wasn't going with their agenda. That's what they do all the time. Nobody holds them to their standards. Somebody needs to be upholding the law to these cops that are breaking the law. If it would have been anybody else, I guarantee you, you'd be in jail and you'd be in before that judge. But they do this all the time. Totally unfair. That's what that blue line is. Hey, subscribe. Hit that like button. I hope you liked the video. See you.